In this video, I want to show you exactly why starting a $9 school group is a way better move than starting yet just another side hustle in 2026. If you're like most people who click on videos like this, you've likely heard of business opportunities like dropshipping, e-com, faceless YouTube, trading, crypto stuff. And in reality, you've either sat on the sidelines or have tried one of these things and realized that it wasn't for most normal people to do. Quietly, though, a lot of people who are winning in 2026 using AI are running this simple model. It's one person or a tiny team, a YouTube channel that pulls organic niche traffic into a community in which people pay to be in the room with that person. AI just makes it possible for one person to do what it used to take a tiny team. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how a $9 school replaces a whole slew of online business tools, what it actually looks like when you break down the numbers, and how you can help a room full of people who continue to pay you over time. Okay, so I'm going to show you why building a $9 school instead of another side hustle in 2026, I think, is the move. And so we're going to take a look at the room, the model, the math, and the play itself. If you are a beginner, I think you should look and take this one seriously because easiest, simplest way to do it online right now, I think. And I think that's where the needle is going to move moving forward. So you've likely tried other side hustles before. I have as well too. None of them stuck, and it's not likely because you didn't try. It's because vehicles are broken or they're not congruent with who you are as an operator. In this video, I want to show you why one thing actually works for a normal person in 2026, what that looks like math-wise, what it costs, what it actually earns, and why nobody's selling it to you. There's a reason for that and a big opportunity for that as well too. Okay, so chapter one is the wrong vehicles. You've likely, if you're in the looking on how to make money online kind of niche, you've already seen plays like this before, or somebody has tried to push an ad or some form in this, in some way, shape, or form. There is one of these things in their funnel. So an AI agency play or a regular agency play, social media marketing was something that was really big in 2018 to 2024 ish, right? And so they sell those as easy clients, but you're going to be doing a lot of cold outreach. You're going to be on the phone. You're going to be sending a lot of cold email because you have to get clients for that and you have to sell them. Faceless YouTube. So sold as passive income. Reality was AdSense pennies, but you're going to be spending a good deal of time when it comes to actually editing behind the camera, or you're going to be spending $300 a video spending or paying for somebody to do that for you. Dropshipping, print on demand, e-commerce. This is sold as a real brand, but reality was it was ad spend gated. This is also a complicated business. You're going to need a good amount of money to actually get this one started. You're going to have to understand logistics, branding, email, marketing. It's a tough one. Like, that's a tough game. It's scalable. It's a real business, but it's tough. Trading or crypto, sold as freedom. Reality was a negative sum casino. Couldn't have said it better myself, in the sense that I think trading or crypto, especially for retail people, is like gambling with extra steps. But that's just my 2 cents. I know some people who actually crush that game, but not for me. $7 prompt pack, so sold as shortcuts, and reality is just some commodity Etsy garbage. Ugh. Some people try to say, hey, I sold these AI PDFs and am making like 5K a day or something like that. No. And complex go high level funnel stack, so you have some automation, and reality is somebody is selling you their go high level white label for $297 a month or $97 a month. High level is actually pretty good, but again, this is like techie and complicated. Like, most normal people with a real life or kids or like a 9 to 5 and they're trying to balance everything, they're not trying to do all that. So I just want to let you know that you're not behind, but you've likely seen and been sold the wrong vehicle. And we're in a sophisticated market right now, which means a lot of people have been sold the wrong vehicle. A lot of people have been burned with some of these offers. And I think when people say things like a trust recession or people's trust is down, that's exactly what they mean. People are a lot more sophisticated. They're skeptical. They're not going to be as easy to just impulse buy something that's kind of expensive or get into somebody's funnel and be like, hey, I'll buy this $3,000 to $6,000 course. Market's tougher now, and this is why I think this $9 business model is so strong, is because it amplifies on the weak points in the market and you're delivering something super real. So every one of those plays was built for someone else's leverage. Again, big proponent in actually playing to your strengths and doing something that you're good at instead of trying to force a model that you're not congruent with. Agency play needs sales calls, funnel play needs paid traffic, and faceless YouTube plays, they need scale and a good chunk of editing. And trading, you need to be insane. Dropshipping, again, in ecom logistics. It's a real game if you're taking that one to scale. So none of these actually give a normal person with no team, no capital, no audience a real shot. They're vehicles for somebody else, and you were the buyer. You were kind of the fuel for some of these models and some of these guys selling them. So Chapter 2 is the right vehicle and what that actually looks like. And that's a $9 plan that runs the entire business and has everything in one platform. So the room is a community where your members live. You have your discussion feeds, member profiles, direct messages, all built into the same platform. Not only that, you have your courses, which are unlimited inside. Video hosting is going to be included inside, and you don't have to use even more expensive platforms like Teachable or Kajabi, even though, again, those are okay. They're going to be more expensive, closer to $100 a month just for the platform itself, and they don't even do all these things. Calls themselves, so native group calls in the community. That means live recordings, recorded audio or recorded autosaves, and you don't even have to jump on Zoom. It hosts directly on the platform. You can use Zoom if you want. And then payments, this is a huge one, absolutely huge. You have Stripe integration, meaning monthly, annual, one-time purchases. Skool at the 10%. Does take a 10% transaction at the $9 plan, but I actually think that's pretty worth it given you're giving all of these tools for $9 all in one place. But yeah, somebody could just hit your landing page. They see a video of you talking about what the school or the course content looks like inside, and they would pay right on the platform, and they're in, right? Super simple. This is why I'm such a huge proponent for normal people starting something like this, because it's simple. You just master organic traffic on one side and funnel that traffic to your paid Skool community, in which social media is really becoming interest media, where if you're putting stuff out that you're interested in and people find value in, they're going to find you, watch your stuff, like and trust you, and then join the community for not an egregious price. And if you're somebody who actually really wants to sell something expensive, you can do that on the inside of the Skool as well too, with people who know, like, and trust you, right? So it's not theory, guys. It's real people, real communities, and real revenue. Not an internet marketing model. You have real operators crushing this game in every niche imaginable with this play right now. Pickleball coaches, language teachers, photography editors, dance instructors, makeup creators. None of these guys actually need an agency. None of them need a complex funnel. They just need a room with people who know, like, and trust them, and they bring that traffic in through organic with things like YouTube or Instagram, right? No paid traffic necessary. And so what $9 actually replaces is an old, complex, heavy agency stack that you would run as a solo or small team operations, in which you're going to be looking at all-in-one platforms like Go High Level or ClickFunnels, which is like anywhere from $99 to $497 on average, $297. Email platforms to warm your domains and send them out, so ConvertKit, Instantly, stuff like that. An ad budget, which is the bare minimum. Like, you're not getting that far with $1,500, depending on the kind of ads you're running. $1,500 for a minimum ad budget, if that's the direction you wanted to go in. VA or contractor or virtual assistant, something like $800 a month. And I'm actually a big proponent or big fan of virtual assistants. I think they can add a lot of leverage, but that's, again, later on down the road. You're going to be spending $800 a month immediately on that. It's really nice to be able to start lean, in which you're going to be paying on the old stack a course platform, something like Kajabi, again, leaning towards the $100 a month mark just from that. And they don't have all of the tools that you would get with Skool as well. And calendar booking software, Stripe, and integrations, plugging everything together, another $150 a month, right? And then for $9 a month, you're going to be getting the Skool platform itself, everything that was built in that we just went over. You don't have to pay for ads to run traffic to the Skool. You don't need crazy complex funnel software. You don't need a virtual assistant. You don't need an external course host. It's literally all built into the platform, and that's pretty sick, if you ask me anyway. So, $3,000 a month versus $9,000, and you're getting the same outcome, if not a better outcome, if you actually stick with this model, right? And so the whole model itself is a three-piece motion, right? So number one, and by the way, I'm running this model in real time. This is me walking the walk, not just talking the talk. This is me doing this model. YouTube, so organic long form distribution. It's free compounding and authority building. So that platform brings the audience to you, and you start to develop a loyal fan base in relation to the niche thing that you're talking about. Number two is Skool. So it's the actual room, the container, and where your audience becomes your community and where members pay you monthly for what it is that you are providing them. And number three is the loop. So members win inside the community. Their wins become your next YouTube video, or those become proof for your next YouTube video. So the video brings in more members and then the loop closes in on itself. One of the biggest things when it comes to influence across any category is social proof. Think of how many things you might have purchased on Amazon just because it had, 4.5 to 5 stars. Same thing goes for content. Same thing goes for business. If people are saying good things about you, you're saying things about this thing that people want, harmonize those two things together and you're going to be pulling in more traffic naturally, right? And so what makes this possible for one person in 2026 is the fact that we didn't have simple AI stacks even 5 years ago. So Claude, and this is what I use a little bit in my flow, is something that writes the architecture for scripts. It actually produced with my own taste and based off of brand profile, this presentation as well too, right? It gives me the content to be able to speak over and make videos, simplified, repeatable, and replicatable videos in order to actually talk about the thing that I'm interested in, right? We have ChatGPT that just designs the thumbnails and the images. And I also use an AI software called Kling, which produces the B-roll. So I get ChatGPT to create the images themselves, and then I actually animate them with Kling, which produces like these 7 to 15 second high quality videos that you can start injecting into your videos and really bring to life the ideas that you're trying to talk about. And then I use a simple editing software like CapCut. I think most people can actually learn that over a weekend. And the whole production layer itself, that used to cost thousands of dollars, and you needed a writer, a designer, an editor, an animator, and you all collapse it into one desk for one person who begins to systematize this simple replicatable process. And now you have a full business at your fingertips and the skills to be able to start crushing the game. There used to be such a huge barrier between that and actually finding success when it came to online money. And this is why I think it's such a big opportunity right now, is because one, not a lot of people are talking about it. They're doing it and not talking about it. Or two, this is eventually, I think it's and two. The tidal wave is going to come realize that this is easier money. And when that happens, when it's big, fast, easy, and money's related, people start going insane. So yeah, that's why I think it's a big opportunity. A realistic look at some of the math right now. So let's say you had 100 members and it was $50 a month. That's an extra $5,000 a month. For most normal human beings, like that's life-changing money. Like you would likely quit your job depending on what you're doing. Like if you had a high-end career, sure, that'd be nice to still have an extra $5,000 a month, but you're looking at an extra 60 grand a year for something like $9 a month for the platform, anywhere like 60 to $100 depending on what you're paying for in terms of usage on the AI stuff, right? Like that's nothing. It's negligible. By the way, 100 members is not like even hardcore marketing. That's Tuesday. Let's say you doubled it. Let's say you start hitting a little bit of scale and people actually enjoy your stuff. So same room, 200 members at $49 a month plus a $397 annual, meaning some of the people don't really want to pay $49, or they really like you and be like, yeah, I'd like the extra bonuses that I get for saving money and going with the annual. So I spend $400 on the annual, and then they're in the group for the full year. Now you're making $130,000 a year. Okay, that's modest by internet standards. Depending on if you've been on Instagram, you see all the flexing at some point, right? But that's life-changing by real-world standards, right? You're one operator, no team, and no ad spend, and you're crushing the game doing another $130,000 a year. It's absurd. By the way, I'm going to go over some of the Skool communities that you would see inside the platform as well too, and that these guys are doing like 50K a month. 50K a month. Teaching like pickleball and stuff. That's insane, right? So the decision. The next 10 years are going to belong to, I think, one person or small team figure-led communities and businesses, right? So the information game that we knew from like 2014 to like 2022, 2016 to 2022, something like that, people would just be like running ads or having a brand, and they would run something to an information product in which that costed anywhere from like $2,000 to $6,000, $10,000. And that game is dead because AI is now commoditized information. So it doesn't commoditize trust. and faceless content and stuff gets cheaper, but AI has really made information super, super available for most people. So the information game has evolved. And how do you actually bridge that gap between low trust and this dying information era of charging like super high ticket for just a course? I firmly believe that's going to die within like next year or two. The place to be in face, run a room and let the AI itself handle some of the production stuff. Like, don't let it be the face. You be the face. You be the personality. You be the person that people actually know, like, and trust and want to be around and learn from. And let AI handles like some of the more technical and production stuff in which you can streamline the stuff that matters, the stuff that builds trust and builds a community, right? Yeah, a lot of these things can't build trust at scale. And this window is for the individual operator and the normal human being. And that window is wide open right now. And it's good to get in before people realize like, wow, I should do this thing, because you'll already have your foot in the door and you really get first movers advantage. So most people don't fail at the play. They fail at picking one. 6 weeks on a prom pack. By the way, guys, I've been this exact person. I have spent months going back and forth, not going all in on a specific video, not a specific video, but a specific business model. 2018, Amazon. I've done the whole crypto thing as well too. And you know, they all work, but go all in on one, and I think you will really, really change your life. 2 months on an agency play, 8 weeks on a faceless channel. I never did the faceless thing, but a weekend on the trading course, quarter on a funnel stack, and the unlock is 12 months in one vehicle. I honestly think if you dedicated yourself 90 days to this one, you're going to see results that you would be quite surprised with. And so this is the play. This is the thing that I'm advocating for. And my own group is in the description right now. So Big Strats is the free community that I have right now, building out the modules in real time. So the YouTube system, Skool build out, AI stack, all of that stuff. Also, I talk really in depth about some of the bigger marketing secrets that I think a lot of the gurus don't say out loud, but they all do. Big secret is that there's really nothing new in marketing, in which, yeah, I do want to get into a lot of the big marketing and influence plays that actually make a business ramp up. So yeah, totally free for now. I do plan on charging for it, but obviously I'm building it. It's going to be pretty bare bones aside from me being available. Send me a direct message in that Skool community, or jump into some of the group calls that I host weekly as I build these courses out totally for free for founders. And I'm a big proponent in actually rewarding people for, you know, taking the leap early and trusting you early. So this is the play. This is the thing that I'm going all in on. And I think for most normal human beings, this is going to be the play for you as well too. And it's about forming a winning game where you master the organic side and funnel that traffic into Skool, and people know, like, and trust you. And I think that's really step one, because you can really take this to the moon and ramp. Like, if you're doing higher ticket stuff on the back end, Skool works for that as well too. Absolutely, without a doubt. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video, and I will catch you in the next one. Like and subscribe if you actually want to see more on this stuff. Peace.